ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਜੁਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਇਕ ਅਦਤੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵਾ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਅੰਗਦ ਪੇਵਾ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਗੁਰ ਅਮਰ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਕਰਤਾ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਪੁਰਖ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਰਜਨ ਸੁਖਦਾਨੀ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਹਰ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਗੁਣ ਖਾਨੀ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਹੈ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਹਰਿ ਰਾਇ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਹਰਿ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਜੁਨੀ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸਹਿਬਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਸਵੇਂ ਸਹਾਇ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਗੁਰ ਗਿਆਨ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਬੰਦਨ ਭਗਵਾਨ ਬਾਣੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੁਰੂ ਹੈ ਬਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਾਣੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਕਹੈ ਸੇਵਕ ਜਨ ਮਨ ਪਰ ਤਖ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਸਤਾਰੇ ਮੁਖ ਉਚਾਰੇ ਸ਼ਸਤਰ ਕਾਟ ਪਿੰਗਰਨ ਛੜ ਜਾਏ ਅੰਧ ਲਖੈ ਬਦਰੋ ਸੁਨੇ ਜੋ ਖਾਲ ਕਿਰਪਾ कहा है कहा बुद्ध प्रभु तुझ हमारी बन सके मैं जो तिहारी हम न सकत कर सिर तुम्हारी आवले हो तुम कथा सदारी सो कहो टल गुर सेविय अहनिस सहज सभाए दर्शन परसिय गुरु के जन्म मरण दुख जाए दर्शन परसिय गुरु के जन्म मरण दुख जाए।
सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु साहिब जी। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभउ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच।
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Guru Rup Satsang Ji, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Today we continue on with the definitions of the Sri Mul Mantar Sahib, the Japji Sahib. Previously we've gone through a number of videos and explained 4 different types of definitions. We've gone through the basic definitions. We have gone through the definitions where each word is given its various meanings. We've gone through the 3rd definitions, which is about the adhikari, vikay, prayojan and sambandh definitions. And then the 4th definition was the ativyapti dosh. We've gone through these 4 definitions so far to get to this stage. Today we're going to start talking about the definitions given by the Hetak Arths. The Hetak Arths are basically the definitions for those people who are Namabhyasis, who do constant meditation of God. Those individuals want to know the definitions of God, what defines God and what makes up God, and what makes up the mantra and why each mantra is required, and what each part of the mantra means. So Maharaj is asked here, it's actually Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji who are explaining this to the Sikhs. This arth is done to the Sikhs. So Maharaj defines what we need to do here, and they say the definitions for the Hetak Arth, we're going to go through them. The Sikhs are asking questions and answers all the time, and constantly. And one thing they ask here is, they say, the definitions of the mantra here go from one piece to another. So this, again, like the Atibyapti dosh, goes from one to another. And each pankti will continue on, the definitions. So whereas you get missionaries today stating that you don't need definitions from outside of Gurbani, you don't need anything from outside of Gurbani. Gurbani itself gives the definitions. Gurbani itself grants the definitions. And through the discourse and the learning through Gurbani, you can gain these definitions. And you can understand more and more about Brahm Swarupa Paramatma. So the Guru's here, Guru Angad Dev Ji, goes on with the Sikhs who are asking him questions, and starts with the Mul Mantar. So Guru Angad Dev Ji here starts with the Katha.
Ek.
Maharaj says that Ek, God is one. God is unique in his form. God has always been unique. And God is the complete form. We've gone through the in-depth definitions of Ik, but these are very basic definitions. And they say God is one. So the Sangha there who are sat with Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji say, okay, how is God one? tell us in your own words how God is one. And then Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji continues.
Omkar.
Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji says God is one because He is the illuminator of all. He is the one who illuminates all. Everything else, He even illuminates the Katha-jyotis. The Katha-jyotis are the 6 different things that give illumination, such as the sun, the moon, the stars, the lightning, Maya. So God is one because He is the one alone who is illuminating all. So the Sikhs have heard this answer to their question, which is, why is God one? And now they've got a second question and said, okay, how is God the illuminator of all? How is He the illuminator of all? And Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji reply,
Sat.
they say God is the illuminator of all because He is Sat. He is the only one who is constant within the 3 time frames. And because He is the one that is constant within the 3 time frames, He is the one alone who illuminates all. He is the one that even prior to the causal of the universal creation, He is the one that's there. At the end, when doomsday comes, He will be the only one that is there. So Maharaj says that this is the reason why God alone is the illuminator of all. So again, the Sikhs continue. And they ask, they say, okay, you've told us why God is one, and you've told us why God is the illuminator of all. Now tell us why God is true, why He is the truth. Why is He the truth? And Guru Angad Dev Ji continue.
Naam.
Guru Angad Dev Ji say, Naam. God is true because He is, but it said He is well known. He is well known throughout the world. He's well known throughout the expanse. He's well known throughout every faith, religion, culture. God is known. Even through, like I said, the atheists, they still understand the concept of what God is, a divinity. They understand this. They understand this through a theological explanation. And, you know, within the Sri Jap Sahib it says, Neta Neta Bintran. So God is not, He is not this, He is not this. And within other faiths, if you look at the Greeks consider God to be, or the Atma to be Neti Neti. Examine the same word, Neta Neta. That He is not this, He is not that. And Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji explains that God is Sat because He is well known. And the Sikhs then asked again and said, well, how is God well known? And the Guru continues,
Karta.
Maharaj says that God is well known because He is the creator of all. He's the creator of everything that exists within the expanse of the universe. He is the creator of the universe. Without Him there is nothing at all. There is nothingness. He is the creator of all, and for that He is well known. Everybody looks up and looks at creation and goes, because of creation there must be a creator. If you see any piece of art, you think somebody must have done this. If somebody sees anything man-made, they think somebody must have done this. The scientists, the astronomers look at the universe and think this has all come from a Big Bang. The theory does not sit right, they even know it's just a theory, but there are lots of loopholes in it. But at the same time they sit there thinking there's got to be, in order for creation, there has to be a causal of creation. In order for something to be created, something has to be there. And here Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji explained the same. And they say for this reason, Vaheguru is Prasid, He is well known. So then again the Sikhs continue on and they say, okay, how is God the creator? And Guru Angad Dev Ji continue,
Pork.
Guru Angad Dev Ji said He is Pork for the reason that He is complete within everything. He is complete within everything. He is the creator because within every piece of His creation, within every space, He is within. He is what makes this creation seem sentient. We think it's conscious because of God, but it's not. It's His illumination, His completeness that is within everything. That is the completeness. Everything else is nothing. And Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji explained this, and then the Sikhs carry on and say, okay, you've explained that, but how is God complete? How is He Purk? How is He complete? And then Maharaj explains.
Nirpal.
Maharaj explains that the reason for this is that Vaheguru is without fear. Because Vaheguru has no fear, He is complete in everything. Any person who has any type of fear, he is not complete, because they do not understand why a person has fear for another person. If everything is one and everything is the same and everything in essence is all one, then why have fear of anything? And it's because of this reason that God is Burk. He is complete. He is complete because he has no fear. And then they continue on to say, okay, then how is God without fear? How is it that he has no fear? And Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji continue.
Nirvair.
They say Nirvair, they say the reason for Vaheguru being Nirpal is because he has no fears. If you have no fears, if you have no enemies, on top of that, you have no enmity, then why would you have fear of anything? If you realise that everything is yourself, then that's how it is, and that's how it will always remain. So Maharaj is within everybody, and because it is his form that is within everything, he has no fear, he has no enmity for anything. So the sixth then asks to say, okay, then how is Maharaj Nirvair? And Guru Angad Dev Ji continue.
Akal Murat.
Guru Angad Dev Ji say that he is Akal Murat. The reason why he is without any enmity is because he is the complete form. He is the complete form which is timeless and exempt from all time. He is within the now, the past and the future. The Guru himself has no fear because he is exempt from having fear, because the reason why people have enmity and fear is because of the death that they're going to have. Akal Murat doesn't have that. Vaheguru is Akal Murat. He is without any sort of fear of death. He doesn't have any of that. So again, the Sikhs continue and they say, okay, so he has no form, he has no shape, he has no time. You're saying that is his form, but how is Vaheguru Akal Murat? And the Guru continues.
Ajuni.
Maharaj says the reason for this is that the Vaheguru is Ajuni, Ajanavas. That the reason why he is timeless is because he does not take birth, he does not have death, he does not succumb to a death, he does not have to endure any type of death in any way. His form is timeless in every moment in any way. It is unchangeable. It's uncomprehendable. And for that reason the reason why he is this is because he does not have to take birth, he does not have to have death, he does not have a mother, he does not have a father in any way. And for that reason, Vaheguru is considered Akal Murat. So the Sikhs hear this and they go on further and say, okay, we understand this definition. Now, explain to us, how is Vaheguru Ajuni? How is he beyond birth and death? And the Guru continues. The Guru continues that actually the Guru is exempt from birth, death, transmigration, because the Guru is Sayabang. He is self-illuminating. He is created from himself. God is self-created. So he did not have to have a mother or a father in order to be born or created or placed. One of the things that's asked later on is who installed God on his throne? Nobody did. Nobody could do that. Nobody installed God on a throne. He wasn't an individual who, like Zeus, at one point was a deity working for under the Titans and Kronos, and then had to banish them, throw them in Tartarus, and then he had to take up the mantle of being installed on a throne. Vaheguru is not like that. Vaheguru in no way is created. He's not put on a throne. He is self-created. And that's what here Satya Prakash means here. Rather than self-illuminated, it's self-created. Vaheguru is a creation from himself. Only God knows when he was created. Only God alone knows how he was created, how he was self-created. God knows how long before that he remained in expanse. But because there was no time, there was no causal, we don't know. There was no way of looking back at that. And God is self-illuminated, self-created. The Sikhs heard this again and said, okay, so how is Vaheguru Sayapang? And the Guru continues. And the Guru continues and says that the reason why he's self-created is because he's good. He is the conscious form. He is the complete form of supreme consciousness. Sat Chit Anand Swarup that we talked about earlier. The Sat is the supreme truth. The consciousness is the Chit. He is good. If you look for a definition of good in the Samarth Kosh, which is words of the same name and the different definitions. One of the definitions is the conscious form. And because the Guru is the conscious form, Vaheguru is the conscious form, it is for that reason that he is self-illuminated, because his conscious form is what's self-creating, illuminating others, illuminating everything around there. And for that reason, the Guru states that Vaheguru is self-illuminated. The Sikhs hear this and they continue on and say, okay, then how is Vaheguru the Guru? How is he the Guru? How is the good form? And the Guru continues,
Prasad.
Maharaj says, look, the reason for Vaheguru being the form of supreme consciousness is because he's the form of supreme bliss. Prasad here means Ananda. Ananda Sarup means blissful form. So because the form of God is Ananda Sarup, it is the form of bliss, and it never feels any difficulties, pain, discomfort, maladies, afflictions. Its form is this, it is always the blissful form. And it's because that God is the blissful and merciful creator and merciful individual that he is the form of good. That this is the form of good. It's because of the bliss that he gives, because of the grace that he gives, that he is the true Guru. He is the Guru of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He is the true Guru of everything. And then Maharaj says that this is the reason why the term, the definition of good is defined here. So you get, obviously, in the future, Guru Angad Dev Ji goes on and continues and states that the Guru form of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji will be this, will give you this bliss, will be giving you this grace to go on further. So for this reason, Gur Prasad, so if you put the terms together, Gur Prasad, the Guru is the merciful form. The Guru is the one who gives grace. The Guru is the one who brings you into this faith. The Guru is the one that adopts you into this religion. So for this reason, Gur Prasad is a term used for a person who is there to assist others. And the Sikhs continue to say, okay, you've explained the term for Gur. Now explain what is Gur Prasad, what is the blissful form, what is this blissful form? And the Guru continues,
Jap.
Maharaj says here Jap. Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji here say Jap. They say he's the blissful form because he is the one worthy of worship. He is the one worthy of a person meditating upon them when no other is. The deities, you worship them and they can only give you certain things, but they'll give you out of your own karma. Vaheguru is completely different. He is a blissful form. Once immersed, you will not want to leave. And for that reason, he is worthy of worship. And then the Sikhs ask, then again, they continue on and say, why is he worthy of worship? And the Guru continues,
The Sach.
Maharaj says here that he is Jap, he is worthy of worship because in the primal beginning he was the complete form of truth. That's why he's worthy of worship, nothing else is. A child has to come into this world, they defecate upon themselves, they throw upon themselves, they cannot control their limbs. God wasn't like this. God is a different force altogether. He's a conscious force, completely blissful, who is worthy of worship because from the primal beginnings he was always the form of truth. He's been unchangeable. He's always been the form of truth. And then for that reason he is worthy of worship. And then the Sikhs continue on and say, okay, you state that he is truthful in the beginning. He's the form of truth in the beginning. But how is that? And the Guru continues,
Jugad Sach.
Jugad Sach. Maharaj says that he's true in the beginnings because he's been true through the ages as well. He's been the truth throughout all the ages. Jug means second, means what takes place after. So what takes place after the primal beginning is the causal of creation. So in the primal beginning he was on his own. He was the form of truth. And when he created everything, the expanse of Maya, he created the universe, he was still the continued form of truth. It's because that truthful form has continued that you can look back and go, actually he was a form of truth in the beginning and that's why he's like this now. as I said, I'm talking in a male perspective. God has no form, whether male, female, a transgender or no gender. He has no gender. It isn't the case that God has a specific gender. It's just the way I'm talking about these aspects that I'm trying to cover. So the Sikhs are told then why God is Jugad such, because he is truthful in the beginning. And then the Sikhs continue to say, okay, how is God Jugad such? How is he true during the ages? And then Maharaj continues.
Heavy such.
Maharaj says he is truthful through the ages because he is truthful now. He's the form of truth now. Because he's the form of truth now, I can say that previously he was the form of truth. And prior to the causal of creation, prior to the causal of anything, he was the truth then. And for that reason, he is the truthful form during the ages. Because of Hai be such, he is truthful now. So then the Sikhs continue and they say, okay, so how is he Hai be such? How is he true now? And then the Guru continues.
Nanak hosi be such.
They say he is true now because Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, my Guru, Sadguru Nanak Dev Ji, has stated that Parameswar, that God will be true in the future as well. He will always be true. So because he'll be true in the future, he is the form of truth now. And he will always be the form of truth. Within the 3 ages, he will remain the form of truth. And these are the questions that were asked by Waheguru. And they said, look, he is the form, Hai be such. We've talked about Satanam. Sat means forever true. Such is the term that you use when you are talking within distinct times. So where you get Satanam, this is something I heard from Sant Hardev Singh Ji Lulluwale when I spent some time with them. And they stated that there are 2 terms within Gurbani. One is Sat, one is Sach. Sat, when you see the term Sat, it means forever true, within all 3 time frames. When you're talking about Sach, you are talking about a specific time frame. So you get Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai be such, Nanak hosi be such. You're stating during that time he is true. During this time he is true. During the future he will be true. So Maharaj explains here, Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji explains here that actually he is true now because Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji says that God will be true in the future as well. He will always remain the form of truth. And these are the arths, these are the definitions given by Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji to the Abhyasis, to those people who were willing to learn, who wanted to learn, who meditated upon God all the time. And they used each following word, following term, to give a definition for the term previous. And these are the Hetak Arths. So next time we'll go on to the next lot of arths, the 6 types of arths, but the 5th arths there are complete in one go. The Hetak Arths. And Kamalpreet Singh, if you can close up the Japji Sri Mul Mantar, and we'll do the Mangals and complete this Katha for today.
Ik onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirbhav Nirvair Akal Murth Ajuni Sapang Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Hai be such Nanak hosi be such.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. He Gobind, He Gopal, He Dayal Lal, Prananath Anath Sake Deen Dard Nivar, He Samrath Agam Purana Mohe Me Atar, Andhkup Mahapayan Nanak Pade Utar. Aye Prabhu Saranagati Kirpane Dayal Ek Akar Hanuman Vaste Nanak Hotan Hal. Vaheguru Nam Jaha Jaha Chare Sotare Par Jo Sarda Kar Sevde Guru Pare Utar Nahar. Jo Sharda Kar Sevde Guru Pare Utar Nahar. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.